Here are disturbing deep-sea creatures you've never heard of, until now. Human-toothed squid. Most deep-sea animals look strange, but Promachoteuthis sulcus hits a very specific nerve. Yeah, those look like human teeth, but they're actually not. Those teeth are actually just folded lips covering a sharp beak. The shape is so close to a human smile that your brain reacts before you can think. Promachoteuthis sulcus lives around 2,000 meters down in the South Atlantic, where the pressure is 200 times stronger than at sea level, and no light has reached in millions of years.
The only known specimen was 25 millimeters long, smaller than your thumb. With its head and body fused together, can't jet forward like other squid.
It has to drift slowly through freezing water where moving too much draws attention, and attention means something bigger is about to eat you. When those lips make first contact with prey, they act as sensors, feeling texture and picking up chemical signals to decide if it's worth eating. If it is, the lips peel back to reveal the hard chitin beak that slices through shell or skin before dragging the meat into its throat. It feeds on tiny copepods and amphipods, using large eyes to spot faint bioluminescent flashes from plankton drifting in the complete darkness. So, even though Promachoteuthis sulcus looks like it's smiling at you through the darkness, that smile isn't friendly. Cookie cutter shark. Perfect circles. That's what you'll find carved into whales, dolphins, seals, and occasionally unlucky swimmers who cross deep ocean channels at night. The cookie cutter shark is small, only around half a meter long, but it acts like the whole ocean is its buffet. It doesn't chase, fight, or kill, it just takes a bite, swims away, and leaves the victim confused. A very polite thief, if you ignore the part where it steals your flesh. It spends days deep in water so dark that sunlight never enters, floating with a big oily liver that keeps it buoyant without wasting energy. At night, it rises toward the surface, drifting into the paths of tuna, dolphins, and other fast predators with its belly glowing greenish blue, except for a dark band around its gills. From below, that dark patch looks like a small fin, and bigger predators rush toward the easy meal, completely unaware they're being lured in. That's when it strikes. The shark lunges forward and slams into the animal, forming a strong suction seal with its lips that hold tight even if the victim tries to bolt. The upper jaw hooks into the skin, while the lower jaw, working like one big blade, starts cutting. Then the shark spins its whole body until it carves out a perfect round plug of flesh, pops the piece out, and drops away, leaving the victim trying to figure out what just happened. You can see these round scars on almost everything: great white sharks, seals, tuna, and even sperm whales. The shark also bites submarine sonar domes and undersea cables because they feel or sound like big animals, damaging expensive equipment the same way it ruins a tuna's evening. And if when its teeth get dull, the cookie cutter shark just drops the whole row at once, swallows them, and recycles the minerals to grow new ones. Now, if you ever see a perfect circle-shaped hole missing from a sea creature, you know exactly who took the sample. Black swallower. Here's the embodiment of eyes bigger than your stomach, except in this case, the stomach wins and you die. The black swallower is only about 25 centimeters long, but it lives between 700 and 2,745 meters down, where food is so rare that most animals stay small and cautious. This fish went the opposite direction. Its entire body evolved into a portable storage unit designed to swallow meals that would kill almost anything else. It spends most of its life drifting in the deep gloom day and night, waiting for the faint glow or movement of prey. When it spots a target, its jaw snaps forward on a special hinge that drops much lower than normal, letting it grab prey sometimes larger than its entire body. It bites the head or tail first to hold on, then uses long, backward-pointing teeth that press flat when pushing forward and lock when pulling back. A biological ratchet. The fish walks its mouth over the prey until the whole animal disappears down its throat. But if the meal is too big, it basically starts rotting before digestion finishes. Gas from the rotting body fills the black swallower's stomach, and the fish floats upward like a balloon. Pressure drops, the gas expands, and the fish dies at the surface. Most specimens scientists have collected were found dead in this overstuffed state. There's even one case where the fish ate a snake mackerel almost 5 times longer than it was. So yeah, in a world where food shows up once a year, the black swallower's entire survival strategy is bet everything on this one bite. It loses that bet. A lot. Gulper eel. Imagine a grocery bag with fins, a tail light, and absolutely zero survival instincts beyond open mouth and hope. The gulper eel lives beyond 503,000 meters deep, where pressure crushes anything with air inside and food barely exists. Its soft, water-filled body and light cartilage skeleton float almost without effort, so it hangs in the dark like a loose ribbon, conserving every bit of energy. Without light, it relies on tiny sensory organs sticking out from its body like antennas, feeling for the faint movement of shrimp or squid drifting nearby. Once it detects prey, it uses a glowing organ at the end of its long tail that blinks red or pink. The eel curls its tail forward its head to bring the light close, and when a curious shrimp or fish comes in for a look, the eel opens its mouth so wide that its entire head becomes a giant scoop. It lunges forward and traps not just the prey, but the whole pocket of water around it. Then it closes its jaws and squeezes the water out through gill slits far down its body, leaving only the prey inside. Its stomach stretches until it looks see-through, letting it swallow whole swarms at once instead of hunting one target at a time. That's only for the females though. The male gulper eels don't get to enjoy that trick. Once they mature, their jaws shrink and fuse, their teeth drop out, and their entire gut shuts down for good. All that's left is an oversized nose for sniffing out a female. So yeah, no food until they find a female, mate once, and die. Parasitic anglerfish. When scientists first found female anglerfish with mysterious lumps hanging off their bodies, they thought they were parasites. Turns out those were the males, and they were there voluntarily. The female anglerfish lives in deep cold water where almost nothing moves, drifting with soft bones and barely any muscles to save energy in a place where food is rare. She uses a glowing lure to hunt, a small rod sticking out from her head with a bulb filled with light-making bacteria at the tip. She wiggles it to look like a tiny animal, and when a fish or squid gets curious and swims close, she opens her mouth so fast that the water around her rushes straight into her stomach, swallowing prey twice her size. The male's job is completely different. Once he hatches, he starts searching for a female immediately. He has huge nostrils that can follow her scent from far away, but his gut degenerates quickly, so if he misses her trail, he starves and dies. Very romantic, depending on your definition of romance. When he finally finds her, he bites her side. His bite releases chemicals that melt his skin and her skin together until their tissues fuse and their bloodstreams connect. Once this happens, the male stops being a fish. His eyes shrink, his fins fade, and his body becomes a small lump that hangs from her, producing sperm only when she needs it. The female's immune system evolved to stop rejecting foreign tissue, which means she can fuse with multiple males without her body attacking them. She accepts the male like he's part of her because in the deep ocean, this is the only way they can find each other and keep the species alive. And honestly, if this is what dating looks like down there, maybe staying single is not that bad. Sarcastic fringehead. Most small fish avoid fights, but this one woke up and decided peace was never an option. The sarcastic fringehead only grows about a foot long, but it defends its tiny patch of ocean like it owns the deed. It searches the rocky seabed for cracks, shells, or old bottles, clears out sand and debris, then backs inside until only its huge head sticks out. Small, feathery cirri above its eyes sense changes in the water, letting it detect prey even in low light. When a small fish or crab gets close enough, the fringehead opens its jaw so wide that it looks like its face exploded sideways. The inside flashes bright purple and yellow, stunning the prey for a moment before the jaw snaps shut and drags the male back into the burrow. That huge mouth does more than just eat. When two males both want the same shelter, they press open their mouths together like they're kissing. What they're actually doing is measuring each other. The fish with the bigger mouth usually wins. If the mouths match, they push and twist until one gets shoved backward and gives up the spot, letting them battle without killing each other. Lately though, they've started moving into better real estate. The sarcastic fringehead is totally fine using human trash as housing. Bottles and pipes give better protection than shells. Once a male claims a bottle, he guards it like a castle. When a female lays eggs inside it, he fans them with its fins and attacks anything that comes near. The ocean has many dangerous things, but this one proves you don't need size when you fight like this for a living.